Okay, so Captivate. This is a tough week. This is going to be possibly very frustrating for some of you. Maybe not. I don't know. I just know that Captivate is one of those elements that I was looking to get adapted in this course. For one of the major reason is it's a very powerful tool. There's a ridiculous amount of things that you can do with it, and to learn it in the amount of time that is provided is it's just not enough. So we're going to try to keep it simple. You'll see when you open it up, you have two options. You can start a new project or do a simulation, right? New project is your traditional learning aspect. When you create the lessons, you create the content. A simulation is when you're going to be recording yourself, say, logging into YouTube and uploading a video, recording that process, pausing the video throughout so they can see the steps in the process and the procedure. Okay, it's again, it captivates great, but it's difficult to learn to a degree. Now, when you open it, you'll see that it looks very much like PowerPoint. So use that. It also very much works like Photoshop and Illustrator, whereas when you click on an item, that properties panel is going to update and allow you to make a bunch of changes. Okay, so work with that. Um, I want to make sure the most important thing that you're doing is that this is inclusive lesson, right? So have a title page. Make sure that you're going to do a purpose page, right? Just one slide saying why you're doing this. Frame the learning, not just for me, but for the learner. Objectives, right? If you want, I mean, the purpose and objectives, they're synonymous to a degree. So if you want to put objectives in there, go ahead. But then please think about the instructions, okay? So when you're doing a learning design course, you're going to have a lot of learning prompts. There's going to be buttons, there's going to be hyperlinks, maybe. But kind of let them know, right? There's going to be navigation at the bottom. So when you preview at the top right, you can click preview in your Captivate. When you preview that module, on the bottom, you're going to see the navigation, back, next. You're going to see volume. Let the learner know where all of that stuff is because this is designed to be as asynchronous, right? Not many people create e-learning to then be part of the classroom, right? They do it so you can do a flipped classroom or an asynchronous or something like that. So make sure they know what to do and when to do it. Be consistent. If your button is orange, anything that's clickable, make orange, right? A learning prompt, as they say. Stuff like that. So just really frame the thing. I'm going to ask that you kind of build that skeleton first. You'll see a plus sign in the top left. Go ahead and just knock out each slide, name it accordingly. Just double click and do your title, purpose, objectives. Then do your content. Make sure there's a conclusion, an assessment if you need to be, or knowledge checks per se. Just do all of those things so there's a beginning, middle, and end to the learning that you're putting out there. Keep it short. I do suggest, going through. You'll see on the left there's a widgets right on the left panel. Use those widgets if you want. They're super simple. Once you click on it, it'll populate the screen, and then you can adapt and make changes as you see fit. Um, it doesn't have to be crazy. You just need to see and understanding that you know how to design a learning module and create it within Captivate. Short, sweet, and outdone. Any questions, please reach out. Um, Pretty good with Captivate, have been for a while. And then, of course, the publishing to the whole AWS. That's a riddle all on its own. I'm gonna do a Word document, kind of walking through, so that helps. Okay. All right. Well, good luck this week. Do not put too much pressure on yourself, and reach out as much as you possibly can. Okay. Thanks.